That's
like parts, so they are music. Time zones
oh wow.
here in Tanzania, who I understand that it is to appreciate for me to you as my fellow young independent moderator. First of all, because it is my obligation as African young independent moderators. I am also responsible to support whatever initiatives which are not at work, especially in the evaluation space. I remember last year, so that they feel comfortable being part and parcel of this. And because of the same trust that they use, opportunity which led me to become my vice chair of the Youth Global Network. And because of the African Young Independent for me to make sure that I become their representative. So it's a great honor and respect to do a professional person to know and just to share a little experience that I have. So, for those who have been in Tanzania, who have never been to Tanzania, in Swahili we say karibu sana. Karibu sana, the word means welcome. Karibu sana. That is a very kind word. So, any one of you who is able to visit you at any time, please feel free to connect with me. Karibu sana. That is very important and a kind word we use in our native language, which is Swahili. Yes. There's tools, which is like digital tools or technology things with the modern evaluation. I talk about the technological thing happening to try to better to understand who I am and where I come from. It's absolutely to shape your thinking and to have not really aesthetic to feel that they are on the right track. I am professionally a teacher who graduated my bachelor from history and who eventually I became a multi education professional. So I want to start there, so at least to make you better think of nothing you can fear unless you decide that to plan the best for your profession. It is something that if you are passionate about, you are able to do no matter your background. When I talk about the literary evaluations and about that life, you are monitoring. And sometimes you're doing assessment as you plan for the budget, you plan for the number of the people who are going to attend that session, you are planning for that. Whatever circumstances related to lists and assessment, those are monitoring and evaluation. Even you are at the kitchen cooking rice or cooking Uganda in East Africa we do. All procedures that you follow and evaluation. So it's something that we normally do in day-to-day life. So people, when they hear, they feel like something like which is something no, nothing. It is our daily operation, daily life. But what is important is how we think about making it work. That is the important thing that we might talk about. So why I mentioned the monitoring and evaluation is because Tanzania, while being part of the education sector, they are automatically involved in the government system of the teaching process. So it's trying in 2015 to migrate the president of the requirements of government authority. They blocked that system. That means they will no longer, this government will no longer directly hire the people who graduated as a teacher. So after I finished my bachelor, in 2018, I had to think on how I could live now and survive under that circumstances. When eventually now, I had to request for internship in a certain international organization, which we are doing, which I was doing, that's program. And I remember as a student, you have no background about HIV and AIDS. It's something new to me. So I had to go and pursue it with a passion, discipline, and which led to one of the do my master's in monitoring and evaluation within the Open University of Tanzania. And then in 2022 is where I graduated as a medical officer and then specialist. And then I graduated in a company that is university full of theories, assumptions, that things would be like this or this or this. So as you read, you feel like it will be like a corporate quest. But in reality, the life of the university, the life of the profession, is quite different. That means what you read, it doesn't mean that because you have a bachelor degree, because you have the master's, you have the global certificate of anything, it will be like a corporate quest of what you read at the university. The reality is that the professional aspect is quite different from theory aspect. So it is that which made me to become a medical profession, and I graduated with the uncertainty, but because I was passionate about it, I had to strive to make sure that I change that situation. So before I share my little slides that I have here, I think it's very important at least to give you a brief of my career pathways, because it makes some people feel like, no, I am not a mathematician, I am not a statistician. How can I become a monitoring and evaluation? I said you can. I am also the same like you. I feared mathematics, and I never did well in mathematics. Even up I didn't got so bad in mathematics. I never showed so well. But at the end of the day, I am a well person, and I consider myself respected in my organization and even in the community that I serve today. Not because I'm not saying this because I am competent than others, but what I know is what I am able to practice. That's all in every professional aspect. If you are ready to do that, you are ready to go. It's really a very huge to talk. But for me, you will allow me, I will try to when it comes to digital tools. For those who have been following me in my LinkedIn account, since 2026 began, I decided to dedicate my time and whatever things I write and post to be highly relevant to young and emerging operators. So someone who can lead me from my first post of this year to date, you can understand that I've been trying to go many things so that I can help to unpack someone's strategies, which those who are upcoming and those who are transitioning may feel that are uncertainties when it comes to monitoring evaluation. So, dear colleagues and friends, allow me to share a little what I have, because I was requested that I must have a little slides so that people can themselves understand. I hope you are able to see. Tools for monitoring and evaluation beginners. For instance, now we are doing artificial intelligence. But what is important, especially for you guys, first of all, I want to make it clear. M&E comes first, tools comes second. You know why? Most of us think of technical understanding theory of change has so many frameworks. Those are technical aspects of it. But in fact, when you come in the practical side of it, they have very important, but they are not meant to meet there to be successful as a monitoring and evaluation. M&E has to do with just somebody to pick up that identity right as if you would ask me to learn, just learn to ask the right questions. My podcast, I posted last week, you would see, by asking right questions means being able to think through whatever tools is produced, frameworks is produced by the problem or you are working with. That's very important, because if when tools are producing data that are not relevant to the problem, then they will not have anything to do with the problem that you're working with. So, by first understanding environment and ask right questions, that helps you to generate right assumptions, to be able to critically analyze the tools that are there, we're asking from. So this is very important. First of all, to understand that monitoring and evaluation has to come first before tools comes. With ability to write answers, to ask right questions, you will be able also to track progress and change instead of tracking input and output. This is what most of the program does today. You are there supervising the program. You normally track the number of session done. You are normally tracking the number of standards reached. You are tracking amount, the quantity of inputs distributed. Those are very important, but are they really trying to tell you the change that the program has contributed to? That's very important. And one that without this program support, trust me, it's not towards the interventions that you are doing. That's the right questions that you are asking. A lot of times, those doctors that you want to talk to, they are not asked to collect or manipulate data. But you have to understand the tools will never help you to fix what framework the tools will never help to fix what patterns. So just the way you have to have the knowledge of it, not just in the commercial aspect, so that you are able to understand how these tools are going to manage your data, and those data you are going to collect are answering the right indicators towards the program that you are working with. That is a very critical aspect of what I would like to start with. So for me, today I want to talk about one of the important digital that I have discussed, GlobalTiTi. This is the tool that we use. I've used it for years, and I've even used today. On our program, the program used to, I use and I use along with Power BI. But today I want to talk a little about GlobalTiTi because it's the models that is started so that you can understand the concept about GlobalTiTi. This is one of the proof in accessible data tools. Why? You know, GlobalTiTi is accessible and cost effective. So there's one organization, for example, which was not collect data and $5,000 per month, because over $5,000 per month you have to pay, but you know, $5,000 per month is a fine. It's a total amount of compensation. So this is accessible and cost-effective, especially for non-governmental sector organizations. This tool is powerful because it's user-friendly and easy to customize. User-friendly because you can use it offline, online, for the remote or humanitarian setting. So it's very uses and user-friendly tool. Another is for the way that you want to add some operations, you want to protect developed or designed in the tools, it cannot be accessed by the third party until you are able to access it. So this is it's used by international organizations. International organizations like Seattle, which is the organization which works in the humanitarian setting, the tool will be the people in the village, and they are able to fill up the questionnaire, and then you capture it, you capture even the GPS and so forth. It has a lot of those strength you're able to use. It's a tool that can empower workers accordingly, because even someone who has not gone to school can use these tools very easily. Sectors that has been using the GlobalTiTi in agriculture, humanitarian development, human rights, just to bring them I want to provide the overview. Feature number one, under GlobalTiTi, form creation. You can create a form direct from this interface. I was trying to show you. And you can directly create the form from interface as using what we call a form builder. Directly from there. You can use export to the contributors that can direct able to apply it. But you can use this contributors for data collection. It also helps in terms of data analysis because it gives you an overview or snapshot, right? On the graphs, whatever you want to see, right? So you can use direct findings during the data collection, which gives you what we call as a timely manipulation or correction as we continue to collect. So it gives in me, I talk from experience. The organization that I'm working with, we have the tools, the data that we have. There is only at the Google Tools for over 10 years. We have the data for over 10 years we have stored them in the system. So you are able to retrieve those information even 5 years back, 10 years back, you are able to retrieve them. So it's very useful when it comes to data. Now, in terms of form builders, it looks like this from I think you're able to see. So if that enters the account and you enter in the commentary box, you're able to see the form like this way. So when I say form builder means it looks like this, you're able to enter questions directly from the form. And from form builder, it's very helpful because for those who have no background in yet powerful development approach, excellence from advanced forms. Normally, as I said, excellence is from more advanced, as well as knowledge of building that from scratch. But also excellence, Google Tools can also translate. For instance, for us, we have the translated form. We have that translated in Swahili, and now we are translating it in Baganda. That's the way we want to make the people be able to understand what they ask to the same question that they are comfortable to speak with. So this is very important. Okay, what we can support first, as I said, for instance, if you have filled in the form, you want to export it anyhow, you are able to export or import it in any format. It is flexible data collection because, as I said, you can use it in your web-based, that is in the online, but also you can use an app for mobile, Android, and you can use it as web-based. So here, for instance, in a formal app, you use what you call as Google Tools, but if you go in the web, but if you go in the app, you find it on Google College. So for someone who is using Android, even now you can just go and search in Google College, you find it, you download it, for instance, if for those forms that has been uploaded, you are able to see this interface. Here we have maps, so we are able even to get correct GPS, which helps in terms of accuracy and the level of data that is being collected in different geographical settings. So if you want to capture the quality of the data, when you use GPS, it helps you a lot to understand this data want it to be corrected. You can have validation, automated transcription and translation, where qualitative analysis as well part of it. So customizing reports, if you are able to see for those customizing reports, you will see like this, where from the data set you are able to see this field like this. Here we have summary, full data setting, but report here defines the graphs, charts and graphs are being seen like this one. So you can restrict how the chart, you get bar graph, you get vertical, you get whatever you want, you can restrict it in any format that you wish to get. It is interactive. It can get to the interactive, as I said. It's interactive in terms of the mapping. If it's interactive like this, means you can capture thickness. And if you are able to capture thickness, it's very easy now to view the data quality, because if you have a lot of enumerators with multiple data collection points, someone cannot rely on them. As I collected the data from a certain point, then the GPS captures, you are able even to trace it, verify whether it's correct. Now I follow the which you will find the data from correct data collection. You can connect it and download data anyhow. So as I said, you can download the data set in any format. It can be in Excel, CSV folder, SPSS, PNM, zip folder, whatever. You can download it in that format so that it is dynamic. So if it's in Excel, if you want to export in Excel, you're able to use Excel data cleaning and analysis, or in SPSS, you do the same. So at the end of the day, it helps you to do that. Also, you can integrate with the Power BI. For instance, in our program, we have integrated with the Power BI. So that once you have information models, management team be able to visually see direct and get snapshot of project is going from the production, which helps a lot to the terms of the program project monitoring and evaluation. So it gives you a time a snapshot of the progress. So briefly, I wanted to share you this aspect of it. And if it comes around, you can go before we go there, please let me hear if you have any question or reaction or feedback from me. But today I should and especially for local non-government organizations, thank you very much for letting me hear. Thank you. I'm so sure this is because I want to make that ask a question. My question is that what do you do common as possible to connect education offline? Sorry? To connect the what? To connect the yes. Yes. Let me show you. Example. You can correct it offline because I am very well about. Let me show you you're able to see one from the beginning. Are you able to see the screen here? Yes, sir. Yeah. So I want now me to search my product. And I want to log in. So for those who have not the tool that you use, especially in your office, for us, even the sign for staff, we use regular tools. Sign in and sign out. You can imagine. So, for instance, this is offline, and I'm using it let's say, I'm using this as web-based. In web-based, this tool, able to fill it, and then you can save as a draft. For instance, I use this, I fill this, and we have a center name called Murahati. I did it here, and then I fill the name of the staff. The name of the staff is Baraka Mfilinge. So we have the cancer. So the date of today, because this is automated, the date of today, I select here, it gives me automatically, I select here, yes. And then you find this here, so the date yes. Not yes, sir. GPS of sign. So with this GPS, even if it is offline, you will say the magic. Here, just like the detective current location, it will automatically fill the last name, and so forth. Have you seen that? Yes, sir. It has filled the accuracy location as a so, for me, even because this I use as a sample, so the time is automated. Admitted in a copy. So you don't need somebody to fill the time. So as you open it automatically, it records the time. So I use it so in a way that someone can tell them that it's records the time. So when it comes the time to sign absence, yes. You want to sign absence, yes. The time when you were signing out, you were in the center, not somewhere else. To say that, I select here automatically GPS filter, and then I sign. So, everybody, I sign with my finger. Alright, the magic, I sign. The information, then I submit. It goes. Fine. Yes, you are successful. Submit. So I think I've answered your question and what are the tools to make practical. We would need to have a practical aspect of it so that you can maybe I see the next one now. So I want to ask you a question. Okay. Zainab Mohammed from Tanzania. I wanted to ask what the great difference between in terms of user friendly between Google Search and collect, like which one is more yeah. Normally I say in evaluation, one of the things that I want you also to learn not to conclude things because no one size fits all. Whether to use Google or to not depend on the context of the pattern and logic. So for me, because I use both. I use Google Forms. I use Google Toolbox. But for the time being, I felt like in terms of features and security, I felt like I mean, Google Forms is somehow tricky because it's difficult to use Google Forms offline. Offline, it's difficult. And I think it's not possible. But so this gives more advantage. But what is important is the context. Thank you.
So that's your question, please.
I'm getting a very I'm getting very difficult in terms of yes. If I got you correct, you were asking if you are supposed to be conversant with this process or it's so that you can use the production books. Yeah, I got you right. My friends, for those who are following me again, I put in my LinkedIn account, and maybe if you're not following, I will share my LinkedIn account. You can read my post of the last 2 weeks. I shared on the issue of I don't need. I never read statistics. I read mathematics like anyone else. But what you need is about data literacy, concept, understanding. Something of
Why is I doing like that?
to say. Learning the basics. It's very important.
Yes,
Learn the
yours.
basics. When I want to get an average, I want to summarize. How do I do? Yeah, those are the basics, right? So you start from the basics, you are able to think through in your data set and be able to generate insight and use it in your areas of operation. So don't fear and just start researching, understanding the data literacy. And I would encourage every one of you to read that post on data literacy. It's a very important. A lot of reactions across the globe. The people enjoyed reading it and they asked a lot of questions. But we are fearing to transition this thing. But we feel now, Mary has decided to share it. much as possible. And you will get a lot of snapshot of it and be able to share whatever question that can come along with it. I will be able to help. Sharon, I answered your question. So you don't need to have those, what you call an advanced skill. Just simple Excel, add, sum up, those basics. It will help you a lot. Because at the end of the day, if you are not able to understand what it means, it is difficult then to be monitoring the function personnel. So just data literacy is a basic thing that I believe everyone will ask meant to really determine something that is learnable. Yes.
Yes. All right. Thank you for the opportunity, Mary. And for me, I just want Mr. Baraka to talk more on the translation that is available on the Cobol toolbox so that we'll be able to see it practically how one can easily translate their question in other language available. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Let me use the same tool as an example. I'm sorry we are jumping here and there. We don't go with the logical flow. I know there are some here who have answers to design and we get started from the beginning. I would request Mary to show you another session that you will do only practical aspect of which. Today we have the overview of which so that for those who are able, they want to get from the beginning, we can go slowly step by step. Even for an hour, for 1 hour and a half. And then we are able at least to get at basics, which can help you even to develop the uniform from the scratch and export it and see how it happens. But let me answer the Fatma's questions by showing you how the translation is being done, especially for the beginners in the use of this. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Fatma, this is screen we are having, I have already 4 minutes of right? Do you see these patches where I'm posing my cursor towards the language?
Yes, yes, I can see that.
From the right hand side here, there are something that's called language translation.
Yeah.
Are you able to see?
Yes, we can see that.
So once I click here, there are two issues. We have, please remember your default language before adding language translation. So the default language here is English, right? That is automatic.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That is the default language. Right?
Yes.
So I want to translate this tool into Swahili. I'm giving you example too. Swahili. Swahili. So we get here. Swahili. This is the definition of Swahili. So I come here and say set. Have you seen that?
Yes, I can see.
Have you seen it? Now it says now English default. So you want maybe edit language now. When I say edit language, automatically. So I come here and say instead of edit language, I will add language. So here I come here and I press translation. Have you seen it?
Yes, I'm seeing it.
So here is English. Here again is English. I also want to edit instead of Swahili. In Swahili I will say yeah. So I edit it. I write them code. Have you seen how it works?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Then I come here and once I save changes, automatically accept. So I can do it and translate from the English version to whatever local language that you are using. So that's how it is being done under the table.
Thank you very much, sir. I think I'm able to learn that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Friends of mine.
So I think we have one more person raising Hassana Haruna Isa. You can unmute your mic as fast as possible because of time.
Want to download about all that.
Sorry?
Because that do not have laptop and then
Yes. Just go right now in your, if you are using an Android, go in your, what we call, go in your App Store, and your App Store, and search account. Download that app. You are able to have that app in your device. So it's uses in terms of app and web-based. That's why multiple devices can be used. Global Collect, it is written like this way. Let me Global Collect. I'll show that to you. Check me out the chat box section. Sorry, on the noise place, so I can talk my question here. Difference between copper cables and hurricane, they are almost the same, but it's just like product from different producers or designers. But the way they are functioning is almost the same. They have some little, but in terms of how do you program it, how do you build it, it's almost the same. That you can see. Is there any other question?
I still see Shana and Asina using their hands. I don't know, they're still having that question.
No more question?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so as I wind up before I give back the mic to Mary, I would like to again thank you. I'm very sorry maybe if we have rushed someone and could not get enough time. I wanted to before we go to the technical aspect of it or practical aspect of it, at least to have the theoretical understanding so that it helps us when we try to develop the form. I had already prepared the scenario that we could use. So because of the timing, to hear from the organizer if we get an opportunity in the next weeks which are coming, or when I get also a chance to try to do it practically, very slowly, step by step, so that people can learn by doing. And then if we are able to implement it and then we can practice it, I think it can. Because I am also, as I said, prior that I am an African leader for young independent generations. It's my honor and privilege that I always support you and every one of you to grow professionally. I am also still learning, but I enjoy seeing the other person. My channel will be next year, so I wish to see that a lot of people support outside there. And we are doing a lot of meetings, especially in Nigeria. We have Nigerian Information Association that we ask people to join. Because if you are part of the professional association, you are able to get a lot of resources from television or from newspapers and so on. So, along with that, also I will give you I would like to give you the link of our WhatsApp group for young independent liberators of Africans so that at least also you can join because there are a lot of opportunities are being shared there so that also you can use those abundance of opportunity to learn and you learn there's people that learning never stops. So thank you very much Madam Mayor, I would like to get back to you.
Very much, sir. I guess what do you call it? I still have to say thank you very much. I really learned a lot today. Okay, so in this 3 to 4 minutes, we might and typically at least I might tell us the takeaways and impression from today's session. So you know that I'm not the only one that learned a lot from this American session today. So that's why my typical please. And also, you will be thinking about GlobalTiTi before and what if you have it again after tonight's session. In 2 minutes, I have the ending of your minister. Alright, you can speak. Zainab, please go. Zainab. Okay, hello everyone. From today's session, basically, I don't know about the translation part. I thought if the the respondents are in Swahili, I should prepare Swahili one. If they're in English, I should just prepare the English one. So thank you, Mr. Baraka, for that explanation.
So, seriously, this message has been a very big eye-opener for me. And I think taken away as the map was able to capture the GPS location offline and also how to use the translation feature on the Google Toolbox. It is really an eye-opener and the class has been very inclusive and interactive. Thank you so much, sir, and good wonderful input. Thank you.
Alright, I think we still have pretty fun. Just one more person. Just one more person. Can I go? Yeah, sure. Okay. Hello, good evening. Thank you very much, Mr. Baraka, for this insightful session. It's really an eye opener, and my takeaway the two aspects that of change, how to change our behavior and also and then I really appreciate one side maybe what you are learning in your organization concerning society and one side also. But I was still look forward to having your hands on, especially someone like you, young man, and just a beginner.
Maybe when I told you I have a lot of sessions, I have almost the whole weekend for just like supporting.
Oh, thank you, Mary, and thank you, Mr. Baraka. Please, let's appreciate him. I saw you have been appreciated, but let's appreciate him more. It is a global leader in the M&E sector across Africa and even global stage, and it's an honor to actually have you here, sir. I'm really grateful that you answer our call and also come all the way from Tanzania here to Nigeria to actually tell us how M&E works, not just from our own lens, also to also understand it from the global perspective. So thank you so much, sir. It's an honor. It's a privilege, and also the session you mentioned, we are definitely going to utilize this opportunity. And since this community, this conversation is a monthly conversation, right? So February, by next week, February, we should have the second monthly conversation. Yes, I think we will do that so that we'll have the opportunity for everyone to actually have the practical and hands-on session on how they will be able to proudly say they built a Kobo toolbox. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you everyone for joining. And to anyone who is not yet in our community group, and if you want to really enjoy more conversation to be in the community, because we have lots of information we share there, there will be a follow-up, or maybe if you can share the link for them as well to join the WhatsApp platform. Anyone who is not yet in the community should do that, so that any further information, any further updates that we have for you, you'll be able to get them as soon as they drop. So thank you so much, everyone. And I can see that this is a very informative session, and we make it in an M&E format as well. You can see we collected feedback from you. There were reflections. So thank you for being part of the M&E communities. Thank you, everyone. Yes, there will be a follow-up email where you get recordings, join the live, and every other information, feedback after the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you so much. I think it's 11 already in its timing. So thank you so much, Mr. Baraka, and everyone. I think good night. Bye. So I'm done.